I have thoughts on love. Hi, I'm back in the car. I'm in my passenger seat because the lighting's better. So I'm in a 7-year long distance open relationship. It's a very modern setup. Not a lot of people would understand it. The crazier part is that all of the way it is right now is actually my call and my idea. I feel like a lot of people would assume that a man wants an open relationship and the woman will just go along. And I feel like that's what people kind of would assume off the bat about me and Kate. And it's what people have assumed when I tell people about it, because I don't hide it. I'm very open about it. And I will say to them, I'm in an open relationship. And the people are like, oh, like, what did he say to get you to do that? And I'm like, well, actually, it was my idea. I believe there's two different kinds of peoples, right? There's a quote from Modern Family that says it the best, but I'm not going to use that because that just feels a bit silly. But they categorize them as dreamers and realists. I categorize them as Icaruses, and then the people who ground them. Also been referred to as, like, the wind versus the tree. I'm an Icarus. I'm the wind. I run the risk of blowing my life up kind of constantly. I'm in life for stories, living in the moment, creating beautiful memories. I just want to go. I want to do cool things. I want to live large, basically. I don't want kids. I don't want a family. I don't want a house. I don't want, like, a business. I don't want none of that. I just want to be happy. And then there are realists. The rocks, the trees, the grounders, people who are stable and they want stability. And Cade is one of those. He wants kids. He wants a family. He wants a house. He wants a business. I want to be a backpacker. He wants to be a vacationer. And that's hard. That's hard. It's very hard. I feel like we're good for each other in those manners. I push him to grow and he stops me from Icarusing, flying too close to the sun. But it makes things very, very hard. And it makes me wonder if in the future those differences are going to be too much. How do you find a middle ground between having a child and not having a child? There isn't one. You have one or you don't. How do you find a middle ground between investing in a home and not investing in a home? There is no middle ground. You do it or you don't. And I don't want to do any of that. And he does. So it's gonna make things a little bit hard. Relationships in general are hard, especially for someone like me. I'm very non-committal. Cade's the only thing I've committed to in my entire life. And it's hard, man. Because once you're in a relationship, no matter how relaxed it is, like long distance, open, that's about as relaxed as a relationship can get. It's still a relationship. I still have to factor him in. If I wanted to pick all my shit up and move to fucking the Gold Coast or Berlin, I couldn't do that. I have to factor him in. I kind of have to pick, as everyone does. Most people my age have the option to pick. Do I want to pursue my potential as a human, my life in general? Do I want to push for the potential of my entire life and who I am and what I want? Or do I kind of sacrifice that for a beautiful, peaceful, stable, simple life full of love with my partner, for my partner, with my partner? A lot of people can put off their, like, getting into a serious relationship until they're ready. I made the decision to get into a relationship at the age of 15. I had no idea going in that this man was my soulmate. I was just like, oh, high school relationship, this will be fun. And here we are almost 7 years later. And I accidentally found, like, my life partner. But I found him so young, and it's really scary because the decision is so much harder. Because now I have to make the decision, do I sacrifice a 7-year relationship with someone I have been through the absolute worst with? Like, the shit that me and Kate have been through in 7 years, most people won't go through in 40. Me and him have just chosen each other every single time when the worst shit ever has happened to us. And it's like, do I pick this relationship where I know we work together amazingly and he's my person and I love him and he's the only person I would ever sacrifice as much as I have for. He's the only person I would work this hard for. Do I sacrifice that, my ideal relationship, and the life that comes with it? to travel the world, make amazing memories, push myself to the limits, meet incredible people. It's hard. It makes it so much harder when you have to pick between your soulmate or your potential. And it's unfortunately one of those things where they can't coexist. I can't fulfill my potential if my whole life is spent building this life with Cade. And I can't be with Cade and reach my potential. It's just hard. Which one will I regret more? Am I going to get to 50 and regret being alone at that point and seeing Cade with his future partner and their family and their life? Will I look at them and be like, that should have been me? Why didn't I choose that? Or will I get to that point at 50 with Cade and our family and our life and be like, fuck, I should have pursued my potential. Like, I could be so much more. And it's hard. It's hard because there's no real winning and there's no real right or wrong answer. Whatever I pick is the way it's supposed to go. It's the way my life path is supposed to go. So there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just hard because I love him, but I also love who I am and I love my life. And here come the kids on the bikes again, so I'm leaving.